Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is my 2015 Fiesta ST and I want to talk about a few improvements and changes I've made to the car. It's kind of done. I got a couple little things I'm going to do, but I'm pretty much there. I've made some changes since the last few videos. I've discussed the motor mounts and some bracing changes I made. I swapped out my intake and I'm just super happy with the car. So kind of the final thing for me was wheels, which I've done, which I'll talk about in a minute, but just a quick overview for you guys who've been following this car. I just kind of cleaned it up a little bit, removed my racing stripes. I had hood stripes that I had made. They were actually pretty cool, but I took those off, just kind of going for a little more of a, like I said, a clean look with the car. And I had some pinstripes and some red accents. Some of that stuff I left on, but I took a lot of it off and just wanted, again, the car to look a little simpler. And I really like the new look. It's really came out nice. So, but the big change, cosmetically, is these wheels. So I'll talk about these a little bit. And I am really happy. I looked at about 1,000 sets of wheels, probably over several weeks time, and ended up with these. These are Rota Grids. They are hyper black, so if the sun's shining on them, they actually look more gray, which is my favorite color for wheels. When it's dark, they look, you know, almost black, but not quite. And this is the 40 offset. These are 17 by 8s. And they do make these grids in 7.5, 7.5 inch by 17 by 7.5. However, they're not available in the United States, so you can get these in Australia or England. But I tried to actually get those because I didn't want them to stretch, and I'm actually happy with the way they came out, but I was a little concerned. So I tried to get the 7.5s, but working with Rota in California on phone or email is it's pretty impossible. And what I did find out is I actually could special order them in the 7.5, but I would have had to pay shipping overseas. It would have taken 2 months, and then if something happened to one of these wheels, and I needed a replacement, I'm pretty much screwed. So I went with the 17 by 8s, but man, they look awesome. I was a little worried about stretch, but it looks perfect. These are 215 by 40 17 tires, my Federal 595 RSRs, and so they're a +1 size tire from factory tires, which are 205s, but they look perfect. I'm so happy. The tire's not exactly protecting the wheel, but the wheel is not exposed. Like you can see from the edge here, it's not sticking out beyond anything that's gonna make the car look the way I don't want it to look. So it pops a little bit, but I think it looks really classy, and just like a really I don't know, in my opinion, it's really stylish. It's conservative, it's not crazy, but it also looks aggressive. And of course, with the 40 offset, it pushed the tires out I don't know, maybe 3/4 of an inch, and it's just about flush. As you can see with the fender, it just looks so good. Because of that, it also makes the car look a bit more like a rally car. So these tires, you can see how much they're sticking out now in the back. And of course, rock chips are going to be a problem. So I'm going to, I already actually ordered some new mud flaps. These are the Rally Armor do-it-yourself 23 bucks flaps that I had on the car. Actually ordered another set of the exact same. But I'm going to push them out maybe another inch and a half, so that it'll cover more. But even as it is now, like, this is just like freaking crazy. I love the way this looks. But the new flaps will come in a week or so, and I'll take care of that. Springs, just for if you're wondering, I'm on Mountune springs. That's it. So these are 215 tires with Rota 17 by 8s on Mountune lowering springs. No rubbing. I did all the research to make sure that they didn't rub. And yeah, so it's all fitting great. These tires, they're not the lightest, they're not heavy, they are a reduction, these wheels rather, they are a reduction from stock. The stock Fiesta wheel is 22.5 pounds, and so these are 19.4, The websites all say 18.9, but that's a load of crap. I weighed all four of them. All of them, each one weighed 19.4. So that's about a 3.1 pound difference per wheel, which, you know, the idea is you multiply that by 10 from kind of everywhere you read, and that'll give you an idea of like real world weight removal of the car. So 3.1 times 4 times 10 is 124 pounds. And I'll tell you what, it really does feel like 124 pounds came off the car. I've done a lot of different stuff to this car and other cars, and it feels like about 12 horsepower was added. And I know that doesn't make sense, but kind of like when you add an intake and you don't really get, well, let me say torque, not horsepower. When you add an intake, you don't really get horsepower, you get torque on this car at least. And so there's more torque. When I floor it, it definitely is lighter, it definitely is moving quicker. The weight reduction on the wheels, the rotating mass, unsprung weight, whatever you want to call it, is it definitely makes a difference. So yeah, the car feels great. In turns, a little improvement. It's kind of wet out, so I haven't really had a chance. I just installed them yesterday, so really haven't had a chance, but you know, all signs point to it handling better. And I'm just super happy with this. The final thing I want to tell you is I did get new spline drive lug nuts here from Advance. My wheel caps, these actually are not the right caps. They didn't send me the caps, so they're on the way. So I borrowed these from a buddy of mine, but I will add the correct caps later. These look pretty cool, but the other ones that are supposed to come with this wheel actually protrude about 1.5 inches, and they have a little bit of black and red in them, and they look cool. And the other thing you need to know if you're thinking about Rotas, or really any aftermarket wheel, is Centric Rings. I got a set of aluminum ones on Amazon for 15 bucks. You want to go with aluminum, not plastic. The plastic ones can melt in if it gets too hot. So I'll link all that in the description. I'll link the wheels too if you want to buy the wheels. But anyhow, hey, thanks for watching. I'm really excited. This car feels complete. Once I get the caps, the proper caps, and the mud flaps that come out a little more, it will be about done. I'm thinking about LSD, but I don't know. It's a lot of money, and I don't know for my driving. I don't track the car, so I don't know that's going to make a big difference. But probably not going to do that. So I think I'm about done. Anyhow, thanks for watching, and if you have any questions about the setup, let me know. And loving this car. It's about done. So anyway, I'll take care, and thanks for watching.